I made the mistakes of believing that to be ready, my games had to be finished and my portfolio had to be impressive. There is a day I'll never forget, the day we were about to graduate from college. My friend Mauricio turned to us and said, "Guys, don't go into that meeting. They are going to wash your brain and make you sacrifice everything for the job they are offering." He was talking about a company recruiting engineers for the oil and gas industry. Big salaries, but even bigger sacrifices. We respected Mauricio. Well, we still do. He's very much alive. He's a smart guy and a good friend, and he meant well. But deep down, I was curious. What if this meeting could change everything for me? It was also the time the movie Armageddon and the work those guys do in the film look pretty manly and awesome, even dangerous if you're planning to destroy a meteorite outside the planet. And what happened next taught me something that shaped my entire life. Hi everyone, I'm Tony Muñoz, and this is the Game Creator Accelerator channel. Hit like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell so you can start or continue building your career in video games, not just with technical skills, but also with the methodology, strategies, and inspiring stories that help you enjoy and build a successful path. So, despite Mauricio's warning, all of us decided to go to the meeting. In fact, we dragged him with us. We entered the room and the recruiters didn't lie to us. They didn't promise comfort or balance. They said you'll work long hours, you'll live far from home, you'll say goodbye to your family, your dog, your girlfriend. Basically, your life will belong to us. But then they said something else. You'll see the world. You'll grow faster than ever imagined. You'll face real challenges that will test who you are. And you will build a career like no other. They weren't selling comfort. They weren't selling an easy path. They were selling an adventure. And that caught our attention. At the end of the meeting, they passed around a sheet for us to sign our names. And the first one to sign was Mauricio. The same guy who said, "Don't go." I must admit that in a way, he was right. That moment taught me something powerful. Most people don't reject an opportunity because it's bad. They reject it because it's scary. Because deep down, they know that if they say yes, life will demand something new from them. People usually want easy things, but the road through the game industry is anything but. On the other hand, when the adventure is real, then everything can change. The question is if you are ready, because in the end, the only thing that matters is that you take the leap. I see the same fear today in many people who dream of becoming video game developers or creators. They're afraid to pay the price to become one. They tell themselves, "I'll start when I have more time," or "I'll wait until I'm ready," or "I need to save some money first." But there is no perfect time. There is only now. And if you don't take action, you'll end up working on something you don't like for a salary that won't grow for people who don't care. Fear disguises itself as logic. You can find every excuse you need: money, time, family. But courage begins when you step into that room anyway. The path to video game development and design isn't just about learning software. It's about finding a reason, finding your why, and building a momentum. A lifestyle that moves you closer to creative career every single day, even after your 9-to-5 job. Why? Because this is something you really want to do. You have to go all in or not at all. And here's one thing I've learned after years in the industry. To create games, you don't need permission. You just need a computer, curiosity, and the courage to begin. Passion is the real engine behind every successful creator in the gaming industry. They don't make excuses. They create a path, one step at a time, even with responsibilities, even after office hours. You see, when I started, I didn't have all the tools or a mentor or even the experience, but I had that hunger to build something that didn't exist before. And that hunger is what transformed amateurs into creators. However, it was a very expensive process because even though learning the technology wasn't my problem, I didn't know the methodology to create a presence and share the work I was doing. In other words, I made the mistake of not showing anything to the world until I thought it was perfect. Which, by the way, never happened, even when the games were published. I made the mistakes of believing that to be ready, my games had to be finished and my portfolio had to be impressive. But here's what I learned the hard way. You don't need everything to start. You need to start to have everything. That's the difference between people who dream about making games and the ones who actually do. If you don't know where to start, grab Unreal Engine, follow some tutorials, define the type of games you want to create, buy a few solid courses, and the moment you begin your journey, start sharing it on YouTube. Forget about perfection. Focus on the action. I do what I do because I want to provide you with direction, the learning roadmap, the stories, the strategies, and the mindset that turn your creative energy into real progress. That's the goal of this channel and the foundation of what I do with my mentees in the Game Creator Accelerator. Because here's another truth. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who prepare while others hesitate. When I look back at the meeting years ago, I realized it wasn't about the job or the company. It was about what it represented. The moment we stopped being students and started taking responsibility for our future. And I believe every creator has to confront that same moment when you either stay where it's safe or step into something that scares you just enough to make you grow. So if you've been waiting for the right moment to start creating your game and building your path in the gaming industry, even in defiance of the market conditions, maybe this is it. Maybe this video is your version of that meeting. You can do this alone, but if you want to go further, if you're ready to take this seriously and you're looking for a method, a community, and a mentor to help you stay inspired, accountable, and strategic in your unique journey, then schedule a one-on-one call with me. Let's figure out together how the Game Creator Accelerator can help you design not just games, but your future. If you enjoyed this video, click like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell so you don't miss new tutorials that help you continue developing your technical skills in Unreal along with strategies, methodologies, and inspiration to turn your passion for creating into a consistent action and a measurable transformation. Check out woolen.com, learn more about the Game Creator Accelerator, and let's have a one-on-one chat. My calendar links is in the description. Until next time, keep creating, keep sharing, and most importantly, keep dreaming big. I'll see you soon, my fellow creators.